Hindi or Urdu version is in description.
On 14th February 2026, a young man was taken into custody outside the Mumbai police station after being accused of committing a horrific crime against his own girlfriend. What initially appeared to be a tragic but straightforward case of murder soon evolved into something far more disturbing. When investigators began questioning him about why and how he carried out such brutal acts, his answers were so unsettling that they left many wondering how someone could appear so ordinary on the outside while carrying such darkness within. At first glance, he seemed like any other student, intelligent, educated, and leading a normal life. But as details slowly emerged about the events leading up to the crime, the case grew increasingly grim and complex. This was not merely a story of jealousy or rage. As investigators dug deeper, the narrative expanded to include manipulation, blackmail, extreme possessiveness, and even bizarre attempts to dark rituals. What unfolded shocked not only the victim's family but the entire community. The accused, Piyush Dhamnotiya, originally hailed from Mysore, MP. In order to pursue his MBA studies, he had to move to Indore, where he rented a room and lived alone. He came from what many would describe as a modest and middle-class family, and there was nothing outwardly unusual about their background. Piyush had friends, attended classes regularly, and was in a relationship with a girl from his own class. For privacy reasons, the girl's name was never officially disclosed, so she will be referred here as Priya. Priya came from a loving and supportive household. She shared a close bond with her younger sister, and her father was deeply protective of her. Every day, he would personally drop her at college to ensure her safety, and once there, Priya would spend most of her time with Piyush as they were classmates. On surface, their relationship appeared typical of young college couples. Priya was known to be bright, cheerful, and independent. Her family trusted her completely and never imposed excessive restrictions. Piyush, however, was intensely possessive. Within just 1 year of dating, he began pressuring Priya about marriage, expecting her to share the same urgency. Arguments became frequent. If any male classmate spoke to Priya, it would trigger suspicion and hostility from Piyush. His insecurity became the constant doubt. Despite these warning signs, Priya remained emotionally invested. Like many young people in complicated relationships, she found herself caught in a cycle of clashes and patch-ups, unaware of how dangerous the situation would eventually become. The last time Priya's family saw her safe was on February 10th, 2026. That morning, she had planned to visit collector's office to correct details on her birth certificate. Her father dropped her there personally before leaving. Later that day, Priya informed her sister that she would be attending a friend's party birthday in the evening with Piyush and would return home by 11 p.m. But as the night grew late, Priya failed to return. Concern quickly escalated into panic. Her family contacted her friends, but no one had seen her. They tried reaching Piyush as well, but he too was unreachable. By the following day, February 11th, Priya's family filed a missing persons report. The police began searching for both Priya and Piyush. When officers visited Piyush's rented room, they found it locked. Neighbors had no information about his whereabouts. Days passed with no breakthrough until February 13th, when residents of the building reported a strong, foul smell coming from his room. The police forcefully opened the door, and inside they found a body of a young woman. The condition of that body was so terrible that the police couldn't identify her. She was unclothed, and there were visible signs on her body that her hands and her feet were tightly bounded by the ropes. On her chest was a large stab wound. When police called Priya's family to identify the body, her father confirmed that she was indeed Priya. Just imagine, the father who protected her, who nourished her, was seeing her like this. Once Priya's death was confirmed, police started to locate Piyush. Digital tracking and surveillance revealed that he fled to Indore, and he constantly changed his location to fool police. But investigators finally found out that he escaped to Maharashtra. He bought new SIM card and checked in multiple hotels. With the help of Mumbai police, On 14th February 2026, he was finally arrested in Andheri. One detail stood out to investigators. Piyush was an MBA student. He understood how tracking worked. He knew mobile phones, hotel check-ins, CCTV cameras, and financial transactions could expose him. He destroyed his original phone and obtained a new SIM card to avoid detection. Yet, despite these efforts, law enforcement managed to trace him. During interrogation, even more disturbing information surfaced. While police were searching for him in Maharashtra, they discovered evidence in an isolated area of Panvel suggesting that Piyush had attempted to perform black magic rituals. According to the police statement, he reportedly regretted killing Priya and sought to summon her spirit. He lit incense sticks at night and watched online tutorials about summoning spirits, and his reason of doing such act was chilling. He believed that living people could lie, but spirits could not. He allegedly wanted to ask Priya's spirit whether she had truly loved him, convinced that if he had asked her while she was alive, she might have lied. Investigators also revealed that he had attempted to harm himself by going to railway tracks, but ultimately he couldn't do it. As questioning continued, Piyush provided inconsistent accounts of what happened. However, a clearer sequence gradually emerged. He had wanted to marry Priya, but her family was not supportive of this relationship. Police alleged that he had begun blackmailing her, threatening to leak the private photos and intimate videos they had created during their relationship. On 10th February, after Priya visited the collector's office, she went to Piyush's rented room. There, an argument erupted. Reports suggest that he attempted to cross her personal boundaries. Tensions escalated further over the discussions of marriage and dating apps found on her phone, which deepened his suspicion that she was communicating with other men. The confrontation turned violent. Police state that he tied her hands and feet with rope and gagged her mouth with cloth and plastic to silence her. In rage, he strangled her. By the time he realized the gravity of his actions, Priya had gone. Rather than immediately fleeing, he remained in the room. He stepped out briefly, purchased beer, and drank beside her body. His actions did not end there. Using Priya's phone, he allegedly uploaded more than 11 private videos to her social media story and forwarded them to her college friend group. Priya's face was visible in those videos, while his own was concealed with an emoji. This act inflicted further harm upon her dignity and devastated her already grieving family. Before fleeing, he locked the door. On his way to Maharashtra, he used Priya's phone to send messages to her sister, falsely claiming that she had run away and would never return. He carried Priya's phone with him because he remained obsessed with proving that she had been unfaithful to him. He managed to unlock her phone and waited, hoping to receive a message from another man that would, in his mind, justify everything. But no such messages came. Only her father and sister attempted to contact her. Eventually, he destroyed both his and Priya's phone. By then, investigators had already traced him. On February 17th, when he appeared before the media, his behavior sparked outrage. Police stated that during the interrogation, he had cried and portrayed himself as a heartbroken boyfriend. However, in front of reporters, his demeanor shifted. When asked why he committed the crime, he reportedly smirked and dismissed the question, saying nothing significant had happened, that the people should let it go. If you have made it this far, take a pause, like the video, and consider subscribing to the channel so that you won't miss out any content. As of now, Piyush remains in police custody, and this case raises the serious question about obsession, insecurity, and control, and how, if ignored, these warning signs can lead to the horrific tragedies. And this case also highlights recognizing the toxic patterns that you need to identify in the relationship. In my personal opinion, Piyush pretended to be mentally disturbed so that he could get a way to escape from this case. The example could be summoning Priya's spirit or to behaving weird in front of media. And before I end this video, I would like to ask young people to keep the things slow and to recognize the early patterns. And with this, stay informed, take care of yourself, and be safe. If you like this video, then I would request you to check out our other videos as well. The link is in description.